Good day, traders, and welcome back to another weekly market update video with me, Zain Vawda, your analyst here at Owanda. We are seeing quite a positive start to the week here for global markets. Risk assets trading slightly higher, the US dollar ticking up slightly as well, and a lot of this could be down to positive sentiment following the meeting between US President Donald Trump and Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin on Friday last week. We did hear some positive comments from both statesmen. However, there hasn't been a lot of details around the meeting and the specifics. However, we do see that there is going to be a meeting later today between President Donald Trump, a host of European leaders, as well as President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. Now, it will be interesting to see how this shakes out, because given what President Trump said earlier today around Ukraine forgetting about Crimea as well as NATO membership, it will be interesting to see what type of dynamics this meeting takes on, and this obviously could have a knock-on impact on risk sentiment. So keep that in mind moving forward. Now, for the rest of the week as well, there isn't a lot of data out of the US this week. We do have the FOMC minutes due on Wednesday. We do have some S&P Global PMI data as well later this week. And then obviously towards the end of the week, we have the all-important Jackson Hole Symposium, where we will obviously hear more from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. However, for the rest of the week, what I would focus on myself personally and looking at markets in general, we can look at obviously market sentiment being driven largely by the Russia-Ukraine peace talks, any potential developments around further trade deals being negotiated and discussed by the US administration, and all of that could have a knock-on impact onto market sentiment. Looking at the US dollar index, which continues to hover at a critical level of support around the 97.70 region, all of these events could actually either help the US dollar or obviously see further downside for the dollar, and that'll be interesting to see how these events play out for the rest of the week. So bear that in mind, and I wish you guys a good trading week. Trade safe and catch you guys next week. Have a good one.